Okay, so let's get right into it. We have all been there, right? 1 minute you're just checking a quick notification, and the next thing you know, poof, an hour has completely vanished down some digital rabbit hole. Or, maybe you've got this huge project staring you in the face, but suddenly you find a million other urgent little things to do first. Today, we're going to dig into the hidden link between these two struggles, our endless scrolling and our constant procrastination. So let's just start with a really simple question. Why do we do this? What is it that makes us run for cover in the glow of our phones? I mean, what started out as a great way to connect with people has, for so many of us, become the default escape from, well, from pretty much everything else. And look, this little escape of ours, it's not exactly harmless. Research from the National Center for Mental Health Promotion paints a pretty stark picture. All this constant scrolling is directly linked to a drop in self-esteem because we're always comparing our real lives to someone else's perfectly curated online highlight reel. It can lead to feeling totally isolated in the real world, to more anxiety, and it can absolutely wreck our sleep. It's this vicious cycle, right? We feel a little down, so we scroll, which just ends up making us feel even more disconnected. But the digital world isn't our only escape hatch. We have an old school, analog version that's been around forever: procrastination, the good old stall, the art of constantly putting things off. A recent study in JAMA Network Open found that chronic procrastination isn't just some quirky personality trait. It's a genuine health risk. And we're not talking small stuff here. We're talking about real physical consequences, like chronic pain and terrible sleep. And it's even been linked to long-term risks for high blood pressure and heart disease. It's basically our body physically reacting to all that sustained stress. And here's where it gets really interesting. These are two separate problems at all. They are literally two sides of this same coin. They come from the same fundamental urge, the desire to escape a present moment that just isn't compelling enough. On one side, you have the quick dopamine hit from your social feed. On the other, the temporary relief you get from avoiding a task you're dreading. Both are just different ways of saying, I would rather be anywhere but here, right now. And make no mistake, this is a serious issue. As psychology professor Joseph Ferrari puts it, when this becomes a lifestyle, it's a huge problem. In fact, his research found that a staggering 20% of adults are chronic procrastinators. That actually makes it more widespread than a lot of other mental health disorders. So, this leads to the crucial point. What if we've been looking at this all wrong? What if fighting the urge to scroll or to stall isn't actually about having more willpower? What if the real solution is to build a life, a present, that's so engaging, so meaningful, that we no longer feel the need to escape from it in the first place? And this idea leads us to an incredibly powerful Japanese concept, one that offers a really profound antidote to this modern feeling of purposelessness. It's a little something called ikigai. Ikigai it's just beautifully simple and at the same time deeply profound. It roughly translates to a reason for being. It's your why. It's that thing that makes you want to literally jump out of bed in the morning, just filled with energy and enthusiasm. It's the polar opposite of that feeling that makes you reach for your phone or put off your work. But here's the thing, finding and actually living your ikigai isn't just about making a few small tweaks to your daily routine. No, it demands a fundamental, radical shift in how you approach your goals and, really, your entire life. You see, most of the time, we try to improve things incrementally. We aim for 5% better here, a little faster there, maybe a bit more efficient. It's kind of like trying to make a local train go faster by just tweaking the engine a little. Yeah, you'll see some improvement, but you're going to hit a wall pretty fast. So to truly transform, to make one of those massive quantum leaps, you need something different. You need what's called the Shinkansen effect, a concept inspired by Japan's absolutely revolutionary bullet trains. As E.G. Mikawa, a former head of GE Japan, explained it, you don't double a train's speed by just tinkering with the old design. You have to rethink everything: the tracks, the engine, the aerodynamics, the whole shebang. You have to think way outside the box. And applying this to our lives, it means asking, what's a goal that seems impossible right now? That, if I aimed for it, would force me to completely reinvent my entire approach. Now, this kind of radical change, it's powered by a very specific mindset. In Japanese, it's captured by the word gambarimasu. And this is way more than just do your best. It's this deep, deep commitment to persevere, to give your absolute all, and to never, ever give up until you reach that goal. This is the fuel for your personal Shinkansen. And that kind of persistence, it has a number you've probably heard of, the 10,000-hour rule, made famous by Malcolm Gladwell. I mean, think about it. Mozart, the Beatles. Mastery didn't just come from raw talent. It came from thousands and thousands of hours of deep, dedicated practice. That is Gambari Masu in action. It's the relentless effort you need to make a radical vision become a reality. Okay, so let's bring this all together. The endless scrolling, the constant stalling, those are just symptoms. They're symptoms of a life that's missing a truly compelling purpose. So the antidote isn't more discipline, it's a more powerful why. Your ikigai. The Shinkansen effect is the method you use to get there, and Gambarimasu is the fuel that keeps you going, hour after hour until you do. So I'll just leave you with this. Forget about the distractions for just a minute and ask yourself the most important question.